We had marvelous response on yesterday. Folks, 6 DVDs. Yes, my 3 new ones. Nothing from the past. You're not getting anything you've ever gotten from me before. All of this is brand new. I'm giving you 3 DVDs as a gift. You purchased my 3 DVDs I made last week in studio, professionally done, numerous cameras, beautiful full-color cover on the outside of our program. I mean, you've never seen us do anything this professionally. The number is toll-free, new number, 888-799-6111. I beg of you, copy these DVDs. They are not copywritten. I plead with you, get millions of them out. Give it every place you can. Again, the toll-free number, 888-799-6111. Thank you.
And we'll give it out again right before you leave. Okay, let's go to calls. David in Florida. David, you're on the air.
Yeah, Alex, how you doing? And how you doing, Lindsey?
Hi,
I got a
David.
question. I got a question for you about Obama. If the elite that you know aren't in control of him, and Alex has done the Obama deception and the fall of the Republic, who is in control of Obama? And I have one more question after you answer that.
Obama is totally out of control. And I was told by this individual just days ago that they've got problems with Obama. Now, I cannot say what he told me, and I'm sorry. You'll just have to forgive me. But there's one expression that he made that I can't use, but I'll tell you this. If I was Obama, I'd be shaking in my shoes right now because he is so proud, haughty, arrogant. He bucks them, and he will not get by with too much more before they take some action. And they are displeased with some of the things that Obama's doing, even though he's going along with some of their skullduggery. Yet, on the other hand, this man is in trouble because they wanted McCain, and now Obama is
all right, let me just say this. Let me just say this. There's 2 major power blocks in the New World Order, and they're all intermarried and interwoven. He got 4 times the Wall Street money McCain did. I think that's the certification that they knew he was going to win because of where he was in the polls. He's bringing in the carbon tax, the division. He's bringing it all in. And, Lindsey, I'm not poo-pooing your info. It's turned out to be very accurate in the past. But there are different power blocks. This guy's almost 90 years old. He's talking to people. No doubt there are large parts of the power block that are angry at him. But I think all the evidence is Obama is establishment. They could do something to him as part of their false flag to bring in tyranny and race riots and division. And remember in the past, he's changed what he said to you before, and it's very sophisticated what these guys say. But I'll get your take on that when we come back. But my point is Obama is being used as the image to sell wider wars, tyranny, all this stuff. And so that's why Obama is the lure we use to get people to find out about the New World Order. They think they're getting an Obama film, and it is somewhat about him, but it's really about the whole power structure and who the banks are and how to stop them. That's what the films do. We'll be right back.
This is Alex Jones. Have you heard of the Millionaire Patriot? Well, you should. He has a free handgun and 5 days of firearms training waiting for you. That's right. You can attend 5 days of world-class gun training at Front Sight Firearms Training Institute and secure a 30-state concealed weapons permit, all for pennies on the dollar. Plus, if you act fast, the Millionaire Patriot will give you a free Springfield Armory XD pistol in the caliber of your choice. I believe now is the time that you and your family need to be armed and trained to levels that exceed law enforcement and military standards. Front Sight provides such training without any boot camp mentality or drill instructor attitudes. This is real. Don't miss out. Secure a Front Sight defensive handgun course, plus a 30-state concealed weapons permit for pennies on the dollar, and get your free handgun. Go to frontsight.com today. That's FRONTSIGHT.com. Go to frontsight.com for your training and free gun.
2 more segments left with Lindsey Williams. Then we got another guest coming up. He'll be back with us Friday, 12 noon. Lindsey, you heard my points just now before the break. Obama got 4 times the Wall Street money of McCain. They said it, the media said he was like a god. It was going to save us all. He's been given the Nobel Peace Prize. I'm not disagreeing with you. I mean, I believe you were told these things. Your predictions that you were given were accurate in the past. It mirrors what we got from inside Bilderberg. But Obama, McCain, they own both these guys. I mean, what are you saying? What are they saying?
John F. Kennedy. I touched this very cautiously. John F. Kennedy was quite a patriotic American. He did most everything that they wanted back in those days. But John F. Kennedy touched one sore spot, the Federal Reserve, and was going to tell the whole story when he got to Texas. And as a result, you know what happened to him. Now, Obama is touching a few spots that they don't like. Yes, I agree with you. He's doing almost everything that they want. Both of them were their man, so to speak.
Are they just racist, maybe deep down, and they want to crush him?
No, not necessarily. These people are not racist at all. Quite to the contrary. I won't get into that subject right now, but no, they're not racist at all. It's just that he's touching a few points that they don't necessarily like.
We are only 26 hours away from the release of Fall of the Republic at PrisonPlanet.tv. Lindsey Williams, who I really appreciate, is our guest right now. Let's talk to, who's up next here, John? That's who I thought. Matt in Ohio, you're on the air with Lindsey Williams. Go ahead.
Hello. I had a quick question here. I just tuned in, so I apologize. I wasn't able to listen to
That's okay. Go ahead.
Part of the show here. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, and I had done some research about Ellen G. White, a writer from the 1800s. She also had visions that she made predictions based on. And the question that I have is based on something that she wrote about. Obviously, she said there's going to be a second Great Depression, and we all know that that's pretty much on the way. But she also talked about a national Sunday law. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, here's the deal, and I appreciate your call. I'm a Christian, but this is a secular radio show that I have pastors on. And all this ever turns into is Seventh-day Adventist, Jehovah's Witness, Baptist, Catholic stuff, and all of them asking who's right and whose vision's right and who's this and that. The bankers are announcing they're engineering a crisis to bring in a one-world government and destroy the dollar. They're deploying 379,000 regular Army troops incrementally on the streets of America. All this stuff's happening, and I can prove it. They're getting ready to put carbon taxes on flying, on TV sets, on beef. Total control. And I've probably been sent that Seventh-day Adventist book probably 200 times. I mean, they're all over the office. I've read it years ago, and it talks about a second depression. I mean, I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not bashing Mormons, Seventh-day Adventists, any of it. I'm sure there's a lot of nice people in all those groups. It's just I don't gauge my decisions according to all that. And yes, they talk about there being a law. You've got to have church on Sunday and stuff like that. I mean, it's a totally separate subject than what we're talking about with the banks imploding. I don't see them making you have church on Sunday. I see the feds taking over the churches, and they can say whatever they want as long as they worship the government. Though they are banning rabbis having meetings at their houses and Christians having prayer meetings at their houses. So maybe that is going to happen. I don't know. Lindsey Williams, we got sidetracked. We got 2 minutes left, but your comments on that.
Yes, I really don't have any comments on that because that is not what this gentleman and I talked about. We talked about the secular part of it, and I've given you that. And on Friday, I will talk about everything he had to say about money, what's going to happen, the timeline, a chronological breakdown, and so on. We stayed with that because that's his expertise.
But what do you think of the fact that the establishment uses divide and conquer? And so there's just all these hundreds of groups. Each group has all the answers, they're told. And then everybody just debates. And, no matter how many guests I have on about the Vatican being corrupt and being a big part of the New World Order, I always get emails and calls going, you never talk about the Vatican. Well, do you work for them? When I'm a Protestant and my family, the Ayers family and others helped found Texas in a Protestant revolution. And then I know that it came out that Israel put out a propaganda hit on me, knowing they can play people off against each other with this fable that I work for the Vatican or something. It's just pointless. They're trying to forcibly inoculate people. World government's coming down on us. All the big governments, all the big religions are New World Order controlled now. That doesn't mean you're New World Order controlled. You can stand up against the global government and the big government they use to force all of this on us. Pastor Williams, thank you so much for spending time with us today. We'll go over the last part of the timeline in the chronological order, high noon, Friday. I really appreciate you spending time with us. We got 30 seconds. Fire out that number for folks to get the new DVD.
7 hours of DVD viewing, professionally done before numerous cameras. You've never seen anything like it. The number, toll-free number, I beg of you, copy these DVDs. The toll-free number is 888-799-6111.
We're out of time. We're out of time. Lindsey, I'll see you Friday at noon, okay?
Thank you.
God bless you. We'll be right back.